Get up and start going. The way to stop procrastinating is just to stop procrastinating. I sincerely wish I have another secret to tell you, but that's just it, guys. Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Femi. If you're new to my channel, thank you for stopping by, and for my previous subscribers, thank you so much. You guys know that I love you so much. Yeah, in today's video I'm going to be talking about something that happened.
Never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secrets start in your heart so slow. But if you don't want to tell me now, I guess I'll never know.
And I woke up to this message. So I'm going to read the message to you guys. The message says, I just feel a need to talk to you. I guess this video or the sound triggered something in me. I am losing my mind. I feel worthless and useless. I really do not love or know myself. No one loves me or wants to associate with me. I am 30 years old and my life has been stagnant. Not married, not in a relationship, nothing is working. I am tired. I've been suicidal, but I just can't bring myself to do it. I need help. Can you help in any way, please? Then I asked her a question because I haven't seen this message. The only thing I could deduce from it is that this person is actually going through a lot, and obviously she doesn't love herself. She feels like she's worthless, she's useless, nothing good can come out of her and all of that. So, and I said to her, she answered me, that's the message there. You can read along. Then I said to her that you cannot desire love that you are not familiar with. Do you understand? You cannot desire something that you've not thought about in your head to achieve. You've not thought about in your head to feel, that you're not familiar with at all. We all want to have money, and one of the reasons why we want to be rich is because we've seen ourselves, we've imagined ourselves in that state in our mind. I saw this message, it triggered something in me because to an extent I could relate with her. I knew that she was going through a lot, and also I could easily deduce from her message that she doesn't love herself enough. She feels worthless, she feels useless, she feels not good enough. Like all the negativity in this life, she feels it upon herself. So I asked her a few questions, and the response I got wasn't giving me what it should give. Then I came to realize that you cannot receive something that you are not familiar with. You cannot get the love that you are not familiar with. You cannot desire what you are not familiar with. In the sense that you want a beautiful family, you must have imagined it in your mind. You want to be successful career-wise, you must have imagined it in your mind. You want to do this, you want to do that. There have to be a place of imagination in your mind. Everything starts from the mind. But when you're at the point where you're feeling like I can't do this, I can't do that, they tell you try this one, you say I can't try it, I can't do it, I can't do this. I wonder, when will you ever get it right? There will never be a time where you get it, because the first thing that comes to your mind when you even think of it is I can't, and you just stay by it. So we moved from talking on Instagram to WhatsApp. Besides, I'm sharing all this with her permission because I'm really excited with the progress of what I've seen over the last few weeks. I myself, at the point in my life, I struggled with self-love and rejection and all of that, and I feel like a lot of us did not fully give our full potentials growing up because we don't want to We don't want to be rejected, because we don't want to be bullied, because of what people will say, because we don't want to be seen in some type of way. So we pretend to be who we are not. We hide our potentials just because we don't want to be talked about. We don't want to be seen in some type of way. We don't want to. A lot of things just makes us hide and go back to our shell. So I haven't spoken to this lady for some hours. I deduced that she was dealing with childhood trauma and toxicity. How is that called? Something she has been through, and she didn't get to a point where she had to forgive herself. She's still living with regrets, unforgiveness, and a lot of that. And I can totally understand, because growing up, a lot of us have this dream of becoming this kind of person. We want to be confident, we want to be independent, we want to get to that point where we want to do this, we want to do that. But growing up, we find out that there are a lot of things that we set out for ourselves that we don't see ourselves doing. Now we are in the second quarter of 2023, and a lot of us might have hit our goals, while some haven't hit their goals yet, and we're feeling left behind, we're feeling worthless, we're feeling like, am I the only person in this life? And I'm here to tell you today that everybody don't have it all together. We are all in the phase of getting it. Everyone is on a journey. They are on a journey to getting it right, a journey to perfection. And the most important thing is progress, a little progress. Before you know it, everything will come together and it will be one. Having said that, I know that it can be very hard for you to wake up every day and love yourself. But there are some things that you can begin to do that can help you love yourself and respect yourself in another light. It will help your self-worth and your self-love. So firstly, see yourself as a seed. If you are a gardener and you have trees and flowers, all you need to do is to water it and make sure that they grow. You put in the work, you put in everything you need to do. You do the right things at the right time to make sure that these flowers grow. So see yourself as a seed, that you need to water yourself, you need to put in the work, you need to learn and unlearn some bad habits. Like for me, one of the things that I worked on and I'm still working on is the spirit of procrastination. I can procrastinate for Africa. Like I'll set out goals for myself to do in a day, and at the end of the day I find out that maybe out of 5 I just did one. I'll still like, I'll do this one later, I'll do this one later, and at the end of the day I won't end up doing it because I'm on my phone or I'm doing some things that are not really relevant. So you have to come to a place where you're truthful with yourself, where you'll be able to list at least 5 things. Get a piece of paper and write out 5 things that you're struggling with, that you know that if you're consistent with, if you put in the work, you'll be able to change it for the better. Then you also have 5 things you don't like about yourself. Like for me, one of the things I didn't like about myself was my weight then. I didn't like how big I was. I didn't like how my tummy was. I couldn't wear the kind of clothes I want to wear. I wasn't feeling myself. It kind of affected my self-esteem in a way, and I didn't want that for myself. So what did I do? I could change it if I want to change it. So I ate the gym. I started eating right, and today everything is gradually aligning. So when you get to that point where you can be truthful with yourself, where you can write down 5 things that you know you're struggling with, but you can actually work on them by yourself to get better with the help of the Holy Spirit. And you have 5 things that you don't like about yourself that you're praying to God to help you deal with. If you're at that point, I feel like that is the first step you need to do into self-love. And secondly, you have to get to a point where you forgive yourself. A lot of us are hurt. A lot of us are hurt from some things that we did in the past, or some people hurt us, and we find it very, very hard to let go. We find it very, very hard to forgive. We have to get to that point that we forgive. I know it's not easy, but you have to get to that point where you forgive. You're not doing them a favor. You're doing yourself a favor. It's just like you're carrying an heavy load and you let that load down. Do you know how comfortable you will feel? Do you know what will leave your body if you get to that point where you just tell yourself, okay, I forgive this person? One way that can help you to forgive and let go is get a sheet of paper. Write everything bothering you down like you are writing a letter to someone. Write it down. If you need to cry, cry. It is very, very, see, it's not a problem if you cry. If you feel like crying, please do. It's a process of healing. You cry on it and do what you need to. Just write it out. At the end of the day, you feel light. Please try and forgive whoever it is that have hurt you so much and you don't want to forgive, you don't want to let go. you are doing yourself a favor by forgiving them and by letting go. Secondly, you have to come to a place of awareness, like a place where you will sit down like this and you'll be able to tell yourself, I had a discussion with this lady and I realized a lot of things. A lot of us are carrying burdens from way back. A lot of us are carrying things that we're supposed to have let go of. A lot of us are not giving ourselves the opportunity to come into our full potentials because we are carrying a lot of baggages. We are carrying a lot of baggages that is weighing us down. If you get to a point where you understand boundaries, like for me, it took me time to understand boundaries, and I'm glad that now I do. If I'm not invited, I don't go. Even my friends, if you don't tell me something, I don't push. I don't poke nose into what's not my business. If you tell me, fine. And if you don't feel comfortable to tell me, I don't force things. I just let things flow naturally. So when you understand boundaries, it also helps you to cut out some unnecessary things that you don't need. You have to come to a place where you see yourself like, if I don't help myself, nobody will help me. You have to get to that point where you see yourself like, if I don't do it, nobody will do it. If you don't love yourself, how will you love somebody else? Some of us run into entering a relationship because we feel like, when we're in a relationship and somebody loves us, we'll feel loved. No, it won't work. You have to love yourself first. You have to love yourself as garbage in, garbage out. If you don't, what you give is what you take. You have to love yourself first. Yes, God will give you somebody that will love you and respect you the way that God has ordained. But you first have to love yourself. You first have to love yourself. I really do not know how best I can explain this because I have a lot of things to say, but you just have to love yourself. You just have to love yourself. A lot of people are struggling with childhood molestation, some things that you've gone through as a child, and every time it comes back to you to haunt you. But then, you just have to let go. You have to forgive yourself so that your full potentials can come out to play. That video and my conversation with this lady prompted me to do this video because I feel like a lot of us are struggling. A lot of us are in this phase. A lot of us are lying to ourselves. And we need to be truthful to ourselves. We need to come to a point of realization so that our full potentials can come out, so that we can love ourselves enough, so that our words can come out to play. I don't know if you understand me, but I don't know who this is for. But I just feel a need to talk about this because by just being intentional for some weeks now, I can see the progress daily. Affirm the right things to yourself. I'm beautiful, I'm bold, I can do it, I am intelligent. Just keep affirming yourself. All these things, they build up. Like, it's just like they say a little drop of water makes a mighty ocean. They build up. I started with her and we started doing daily affirmation, saying positive things to herself while we are trying to forgive who she needs to forgive, while she's trying to heal on the other hand, and all of that. But now everything is gradually coming to play, and I just feel a sense that somebody on YouTube might actually make this as well. That's why I came here to share it. If you find this video helpful, kindly hit the like button and share with your friends. For my new subscribers, you're welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And for my existing subscribers, thank you so much for always stopping by and for always commenting and watching my video. Thank you guys. God bless you.